what I'm talking about, baby, Big Hank.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I wanted to ask you about your center, your first team center as of right now, Hank Z. Coach Sherman talked a little about earlier this week about how he saw a bunch of offensive linemen coming in the portal and, you know, he didn't panic, he didn't complain, just kept his head down. What do you say about his resilience? And obviously, you know, his talent level as well, being able to, you know,
Hank's a great guy. He's a good team player. I never heard him complain ever. He always have a positive attitude and a smile on his face. So that's one thing I love about Hank. We got a lot of guys offensively just on the O-line room that just have great attitudes towards each other. Sometimes it's friction, but we always work it out. And we always win. We're always a family. And they won't let what happened last year happen again.
Andrew, go ahead.
Andrew Wilson with ESPN.com. You just mentioned you feel like you guys are better mentally and physically than you were a year ago.
For sure.
Can you just explain why and where you feel like those improvements have been made?
Well, I feel like we're getting quality guys now. And they're doing full background checks on everybody, and we're getting exactly who we want. I told ESPN this earlier. I watched Lajohntay Wester PFL, and I went after him. So it's like we just collectively, like, we know what type of players we're getting overall, and then we just play them to their strengths.
Sure. What were your big takeaways from the spring? Now that that part of this season is wrapped up, where do you feel like you guys need to focus this summer?
It was definitely a lot of highs and lows, just even with the portal going on. But I feel like we got all the negative energy out the building, so now it's just a positive vibe now. It's no really complaining. It's no anything about. We got to go out there and play with a clear mind. And when everybody's gonna want the ball, everybody's gonna want the part. But at the end of the day, I don't care if I end up each game with 150 yards. You know, like, I'm just trying to win this year. That's the biggest thing, is to win. And everybody knows they got to play their role and able to do that this season. This summer, though, we're going to get together, the receivers. The O-line's going to work out together, so we're all going to be in our own groups, but we're all going to be together wherever. So we're going to build that team chemistry and just spend a lot of time with each other.
We just got back to Charlie, who obviously got a scholarship today. As a leader of the locker room, how does that feel to see a guy like him get rewarded for his work, and what was that moment like for you and the rest of the guys?
It was amazing. Charlie's a hard-working kid. Like I said, him and Hank, they got the same intangibles. They never complain, never bicker, never argue, never get into it with anybody. They just hear about business. So when you handle yourself like that, then, you know, good things will come.
QB Shedeur, Monica Costello, Associated Press. You had a really rough end of last year, got beat up a lot. Had some time to get better. How are you feeling, and how do you feel you will be getting stronger going into the fall? Are you looking to be as active running as you were, because it was so effective too?
Yeah, I feel like my game, I definitely could extend plays, but I don't feel like I'm just a born runner. I feel like I run when I need to, when I have to, and of course it's exciting and it's very energetic, but if I'm able to sit in there how I was today and throw it, it's no need for me to use my legs much. The name of the game is basically have longevity, and a lot of guys that run a lot, it's gonna wear and tear on their body. So I try to play the game mentally and less physically, so the longevity would always be there.
Okay.